Hey, what's up, y'all? My name is Millennial Smark, and I'm bringing you the slop, the whole slop, and nothing but the slop. You absolute unadulterated motherfucking coward. You motherfucking coward. You scary ass little pussy. First off, just full acknowledgement here. I didn't even know this was a thing. I didn't. I put out my post, pretty much shouting out Matt Jackson for doing the right thing. Essentially saying, hey, here's my tribute to a guy that I idolized that got me into professional wrestling. I loved his character. I grew up on his character. Didn't have to make any acknowledgement to any of the racist stuff. Just acknowledge the fact that the guy that you like who passed away had a huge impact on your life. That's the post that I put out. And shout out to you, Lion Era 19, who put this little dandy out there. I didn't even know this was a thing. Chelsea Green apologized about what she said about Hogan, which actually dropped, my mouth actually dropped. It shouldn't have dropped because, as I said in my last video about Chelsea Green, I know what side she lies on politically. That I was actually more shocked and surprised that she put out the initial tweet. The initial tweet in itself had me like flabbergasted. Like, oh, Chelsea Green, look at that fucking base. Look at that shit right there. Making note of the fact that, hey, no different than Matt Jackson. I just want to pay tribute to the guy, the character that was very impactful on my life and on my husband's. Like, can we reread that tweet? Do you mind? Just to kind of refresh your memory about 3 hours ago? Political views aside, Hulk Hogan's influence on the wrestling world was clearly undeniable. He inspired millions and shaped an entire generation of fans, my husband included. We are mourning the loss of an icon, a legend. My love goes out to his family. She got shit for that, as I notated in the post in itself. She got huge amounts of shit for that. So many clowns going after her, saying things such as, why are you praising a racist? Not one time did she ever talk about racism. Someone actually went after her, as I stated in my video, by saying something as ludicrous and as stupid as, Chelsea, racism is not really attached to politics. Get offline, little bro, because you're really hurting the movement of, celebrating the guy's death. We need the movement to go even stronger. He said naughty words, and therefore his death needs to be solidified by us celebrating it. Check my glasses real quick. Let me check my door to make sure no one barges in on me masturbating to some of this alleged illegal porn. This is the people that she's kowtowing to. These are the losers that she decided to kowtow to. And here's the thing, because she deleted that tweet, that fucking innocuous, honorable tweet, she deleted it. That would have been bad enough, but at least, it would have been maybe some type of plausible deniability on her part. Maybe for me, at least, it would have been some kind of, we would have knew the truth as to why she deleted it, but there would have been some plausible deniability. Hey, maybe she deleted the tweet because, I don't know, stupid as fuck take, I'm just gonna come out of my brain, WWE told her to delete it. Something stupid like that. We know that wouldn't have been the case. Obviously, that makes no sense. WWE looks like they're gonna pay tribute to Hogan in a big way later on tonight. Obviously, that'd be stupid to even acknowledge or talk about, right? But at least it would have been something of some semblance of why she deleted the fucking tweet. But she goes on to literally get on her knees. Like, legitimately, this is not me before you get the fucking misogynist and sexist coming out of the woodwork and taking this out of context to make it, make it sound like I'm calling Chelsea Green a whore or something like that. That's not what I'm doing. Do not take this out of context. This is more metaphorically speaking. It could be a guy, it could be a girl, it could be a he, they, she, their, zer, beber, whatever you want to fucking make up, whatever terminology. She metaphorically got on her knees and pulled down every pants of every person who attacked her. And she put out this fucking clown ass, just boot licking ass tweet. A significant part of my role at WWE involves engaging with the public and responding to questions, often on live platforms. Yesterday, I was asked to comment on Hulk Hogan on live TV. So let me be clear. My stance on racism is unwavering. I do not condone it, period. If my response or tweet seem dismissive of real concerns, I sincerely apologize. That was never my intention to try. What a loser, bro. I try to acknowledge a death respectfully, even when the legacy is complicated. I am learning one day at a time and will continue to learn. You just such what a pathetic individual. Holy shit. Respect, bro. Not that it really matters to her or any of the clowns that parade in her audience. I know my respect for her. They don't care about that. They don't want my respect regardless of what I say. But I just have to say, if there was anybody that I've ever encountered or seen or reacted to in my history of running my channel, whether this channel or the old channel, there is nobody that I've ever covered in the history of running my Millennial Smart channel that I have not just lost respect, just I think you are just such unbelievable scummery, like the most unbelievable scumbag. You actually went out of your way to not only delete the post, but post something in response to your innocent tweet, not talking about anything political. You even said it yourself, politics aside. You reflected strictly off of the character. I guarantee you the majority of that point stems off the fact that your husband is probably a diehard mark of Hulk Hogan. That was probably where it typically, I'm pretty sure, I'm almost certain that's where it most likely stemmed from the most. You deleted that post. I guarantee you Zack Ryder, Matt Cardona is in mourning right now because I'm almost certain he's a diehard Hulk Hogan mark. You dismissed his feelings, most likely dismissed your own feelings, but no clarification on that. Damn sure his feelings. You dismissed your significant other's feelings because a bunch of psychopaths came after you, purposely took your message out of context and framed it in a way to make you seem like a racist sympathizer. You deleted that post to put out a post placating the mob. What else do you say about this? This is the definition of unmitigated cowardice. Just pure, unadulterated cowardice. You're a coward. You're a coward. How do you look yourself in the mirror? How? Really? Again, we're at the point right now. We are seriously at the point where they are actually taking politics and they're turning it into a fucking religion. You know, you have all these people within that sphere who are atheists, right? People within that, unless you're Muslim, of course, but typically people within that sphere, they're atheists, right? They don't believe in Christianity or Catholicism or anything. They probably don't even care for the aspects of a Muslim religion, right? They just see them as a means to an end, right? Like, oh, the poor little Muslims in Palestine and stuff like that. We need to take their side because they're in the minority, because that's their whole religion. Their religion. God, I fucking hate using this word, but it's the religion of woke. That's what it is. It's literally the religion of fucking woke. Like you actually have to go out of your way and atone for your sins. Your sins of actually what speaking blasphemy against the fucking mob. Are you guys your own fucking gods or something? Like, did you just sin? What the fuck is going on here? What the actual fuck? Yeah, I know people are like, Devontae, you're crashing. Of course I'm crashing out. I'm actually crashing out over this because seeing someone looking at this whole situation, it's actually blackpilling the shit out of me. It's black. Now, it's not as if I didn't know that so many activists actually reside within the wrestling space. I'm not stupid. I've called this out plenty of times for plenty of years. I understand that. I'm the one that coined the phrase activism within professional wrestling. You did not see that before I talked about it within the sphere. I'm not stupid. I understand. I fucking get it. But to see how blatantly fucking evil these people are. But again, it's not even just blatantly evil in the sense of actually taking traditional evil stances, right? Traditional evil stances is universally immoral by most people, but these people right here have actually taken the immoral premise, the immoral stance, the immoral practice, and they have completely thrown it out of the window because their representation of immoral, it only lies in whether or not you're the majority or the minority. They don't care about the actual act in itself. It's whether or not the party is in the minority or if they're in the majority. If you're in the minority, you're automatically a victim, and being a victim means you are good. You are an angel. That is the representation of being an angel. That's being saved. That's the baptized version of what we would talk about within actual religion circles, right? Religious circles. They actually think that being in the minority is a status symbol of being all virtuous, right? That's them. That's the religious practice in itself. You are a follower. You have woke within your heart, right? You recognize you woke within your heart. And then the majority, that's the devil. That's the sin. Never mind the practice. Never mind what you're actually doing. Never mind the actual engagement in itself. Just automatically, if you're in the majority, if you have the most, well, you're automatically the victimizer, and therefore you are the worst person in the fucking world. Therefore, when you see Hulk Hogan say something, yes, irredeemable. I agree, completely understand. Now, I will say once again, you and people have talked about this already. It's not me actually saying a stance that I've created. It's already been floated around, talked about for nearly a decade now. Obviously, it was immoral to record him actually saying that. You wouldn't know that for yourself. And I can guarantee you almost everybody that you most likely follow have done some immoral practices within their life. Yes, I understand it's a straight up whataboutism, but it's a whataboutism that is absolutely relevant to this situation because once again, it's not like Hulk Hogan went out of his way to be outright racist. He was recorded in the privacy of his own home. Not to say that it's redeemable, but it's just to state that your favorites, most likely your celebrity favorites, your friends, all the people within the woke mob who 9 times out of 10 would probably go out of their way to ostracize those people if they actually heard it, understand that 9 times out of 10 they have said something horrible, irredeemable in private. Even worse, even better if you want to say that, depending on how you look at the situation, they most likely said it probably around that same time frame when no one actually took that shit seriously. Meaning you can go back in their past, pull up something and say, hey, you're just as bad as Hulk Hogan. This is the world that we live in nowadays. This is the fucking world that we live in nowadays. And you have people like Chelsea Green enabling that type of behavior. Really giving these people the green light to think that they're virtuous about themselves. Really giving these people the green light to still further their double standards, to still further their hypocrisy as far as the practices are considered within their little niche, within their little circle. Like I said, it is a religion. It is a religion to celebrate someone's death for something as fucking stupid as hearing some racist words from 20 years ago. It's a religious fucking practice. Understand. And I guarantee you hear this from everybody. I'm saying the same thing too. No one is saying what Hulk Hogan said was right. No one is saying what Hulk Hogan did was right. What we're saying is you're taking something and you're blowing it to the proportion where you're making it as if it's on par with what Benoit did. You've seen the post I put out yesterday, and there's plenty of tweets like that where you actually have scumbags legitimately putting him on par with Benoit. Go back to my community post. Scroll like 2 posts down. You can read a legitimate fucking brain dead retard going out of his way saying, hey, WWE, why won't you go out of your way to do what you did to Benoit, to Hulk Hogan? Never mind the fact that Benoit actually, fucking went full on psychopath. Someone said this, and I love this framing, went full on Amityville horror and actually murdered his whole fucking family. They are actually putting that on par with Hulk Hogan because he said naughty words 20 years ago, because it's a religion. It's blasphemy. They are taking it as blasphemous. That's the practice. Say whatever you will as far as how you react to these knuckleheads. Understand that's why they're reacting in the way that they're reacting right now. Murder to them does not mean anything. If it justifies the means, that's all that matters. Notice with Benoit, notice how they always go straight to the, well, I mean, he had a mental illness. Well, let's take everything into consideration in order to validate whether or not it was okay for him to kill his family. Just insane shit like that. But they can't take 2 seconds to use that same type of thought process with Hulk Hogan. Oh, that's right, because Hulk Hogan actually, resides outside of that religious practice known as being woke. He actually resides outside of that religious practice as far as being an extreme leftist, being an extreme progressive. That's all it is in the end of the day. Like, the sooner that we recognize this, the sooner that people actually recognize this, I think it's a lot easier to extrapolate the things that these actual fucking demons are legitimately saying. Now, to be fair also, with the likes of a Chelsea Green apologizing for the stupid, ridiculous, insane, fucking retarded shit, I want to put this out there. I want to put this out there because I feel like there's going to be more conversations about this Hulk Hogan stuff as time goes on. Always remember, and this is the only good part about this, these losers, these insane psychopaths, they only reside online. The people who are celebrating his death, the people who are apologizing for commemorating him and not also celebrating his death, all of these insane psychopaths, they reside online. The religion of woke, the Bible of woke, that's all within the sphere of social media. That's it. Their apostle, their church, their synagogue, whatever you want to call it, that is social media. That's the messages. That's their group. I should make note of the fact that we shouldn't take these people seriously. Always make note of that. Always keep that in the forefront of your mind whenever actually engaging with this absolute fucking lunacy. But no, Chelsea Green, you're absolutely just pathetic, beyond measurement, absolutely beyond measurement, beyond a coward. Like yellow streak down your fucking back, an absolute unadulterated fucking coward. To delete the tweet, to actually placate the people that attacked you for doing something super innocent, that you should be ashamed of yourself. You absolutely should look in the fucking mirror. If you didn't want to say anything, if you really felt that you were throwing your name in the hat of people who were just being normal, and you really have a problem with normal and you want to side with the abnormal people because you feel like the abnormal people are the actual normal people, then why the fuck open your mouth to begin with? Why type anything to begin with? All this coping of, I was asked to talk about, no you weren't, no you fucking weren't. You did something normal, and the abnormal freaks came after you and you placated them. That's what you fucking did. For shame, bro. For shame. Thoughts down in the comment section below. This is blackpilling the shit out of me. The more and more I engage with this, I feel like I've always seen this when actually watching other political streamers or political pundits and whatnot. It's not as if this has ever escaped my mind or I've never seen this before, but I feel like this is the first time being directly involved with the situation because I'm a wrestling commentary channel and Hulk Hogan is wrestling, and seeing all these people within my circle legitimately go after the man in such a vitriolic manner, and going out of their way to invalidate other circumstances in comparison to this in order to put this on a pedestal because they're that fucking insane. It's blackpilling. It's absolutely blackpilling. Just let me know your thoughts down in the comment section below, man. I can't stress enough how much of a fucking coward she is. As always, my name is Millennial Smart, and I'll be catching you guys later. A deuces and a PIs. Just, my God, for shame. Send her down the fucking the stream and throw tomatoes at her. Just shame.